Greetings, my excellent friend.
Do you know when the Mongols ruled China?
Wow. Perhaps we could ask them.
What's up, guys? Hope you guys are having a great Friday so far. So, I'm excited to finally share my thoughts on this classic 1989 sci-fi comedy, starring Keanu Reeves, Alex Winter, George Carlin. So this is like Keanu Reeves' breakout performance. He starred in a few indie movies like The River's Edge with Christopher Glover, but this was the movie before he got into the action genre with Speed and Point Break. Um, this is the movie that kind of made a name for himself and was really his breakout performance. So Keanu Reeves stars as Ted Theodore Logan, and Alex Winter, who appeared in a supporting role in The Lost Boys, uh, stars as his best buddy, Bill S. Preston. And these are two high school teenagers who really want to start their own band called the Wild Stallions, and but their futures in their band career are in jeopardy when they're failing their history class, and Ted's father, who's a cop, is threatening to send Ted to military school. So they receive a visit from George Carlin's Rufus, he's a man from the future, and he allows them to actually go back in time via phone booth and collect these different historical figures from history to put together this presentation. And among these figures are like Socrates, Beethoven, um Napoleon, Joan of Arc, Sigmund Freud, Genghis Khan, Abraham Lincoln, and so they bring them back to the modern day and put together this awesome presentation, to kind of show tell their side of the story, tell what they think about what San Dimas is like in California, what the times look like, between then and where they're from, and yeah, and obviously, and then and along the way, when they're in medieval England, they meet these two princesses, which they eventually they fall in love with and end up with, and yeah, and they pretty much succeed. They pretty much succeed, and the future of the world, is basically, rests on them, because basically these people in the future pretty much worship Bill and Ted because their music is, awesome, totally excellent, and yeah, um, so yeah, this is one of my absolute favorites. Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter are just awesome in this movie. They had this comedic charm about them. Yes, they're kind of dim-witted characters, but that's what they're supposed to be. Uh, but they're funny and they're charming, and they have some great chemistry. They're one of the in movie friendships and the best buddies, that they have one of the best friendships in movies. George Carlin is great, and he's a late comedian. He plays Rufus. He's really good in this movie. You also have some veterans like Bernie Casey, who plays their teacher. He's really good. And then you also have Jane Wadlin from the Go Go's. It was an '80s group. She plays Joan of Arc. Um, she's really good in this movie. But yeah, this is a definite classic. It spawned an animated series, which I never really got into. And then two sequels, of course. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. I absolutely love it. Not quite as good as the original, but it's a lot of fun. And I'll get into my thoughts on that one in another video. And then Bill and Ted's Face the Music, which came out in 2020 amid the COVID crisis. And that one I think is just as good as the original, maybe a little bit better than the Bogus Journey. Uh, and I really enjoyed it. Uh, I'll get into my thoughts on that one in another video as well. But yeah, this is definitely a classic. I think a lot of people that have seen it really enjoy it. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend checking it out. It's a definite classic. Yeah, this was, like I said, this was the biggest. This was like Keanu Reeves' big break right here that made him well known before he went to the action scene. With uh, Point Break and Speed, and then The Matrix and John Wick. Now Keanu Reeves is a big action star. Alex Winter, on the other hand, he kind of disappeared from Hollywood after like in the 90s. I know he was, like I said, he was in The Lost Boys. He was also in another movie before that called Death Wish 3, where he played a gang member. And then he was also in Freaked shortly after Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. And then after that, he kind of disappeared. And now, uh, around the 2000, mid 2010s or whatever, he kind of went into directing like short films and stuff. And so then of course, they brought back the Bill and Ted franchise with the third one, which was a pretty good success uh, critically. And then I think he's kind of starting to do some more directing or whatever. So it's really cool to have Alex Winter back in the business, getting back into it. But yeah, this is a definite classic. I mean, if you haven't seen Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, I highly recommend checking it out. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this classic. I'm so glad that I was able to finally. And today is the 34th anniversary of this movie. I can't believe it's been 34 years since the movie came out. I mean, I watched this ever since I was a kid, and it's just it's awesome, totally excellent. But yeah, I love you guys. You guys are the greatest. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below. What are your thoughts on Build this Adventure? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let me know down there. I love you guys. You guys are the greatest, and I will see you in the next one.